Since then, Mitsuki decided to leave Konoha Village and return to Orochimaru's headquarters to perfect the power of her Sage Mode. Mitsuki underwent various special training with Orochimaru and Hakuja Sennin, as well as conducting research to maximize his endurance in order to receive the great power of the snake's Sage Mode. After Mitsuki managed to perfect the use of his Sage Mode, Orochimaru provided special training on his Kusanagi sword skills. Orochimaru wanted to pass on his Kusanagi sword to Mitsuki. Previously, Mitsuki had to master sword moves in order to be able to use the Kusanagi sword more perfectly. By the way, this is just sourced from some theories and speculations, guys. And once again, this is not an original story from Masashi Kishimoto. This video is just a theory that is then made into a storyline. So if you don't like it, you can stop watching this video. By the way, I have separated the original story and some theories that I saved from the playlist on my channel. And here are some summaries of the previous episode, guys. And, as you know, that Boruto managed to convey Sasuke's condition to Sarada. Apparently, Sarada was not too shaken when she heard that her father was eaten by Jub. Even though Boruto promised Sarada that he would save Sasuke and everyone who had become trees. But in the end, Boruto could not save her. Then, when Boruto was with Sumire and Sarada, he suddenly got an attack from Mitsuki. Luckily, Shikamaru had given a good warning that someone was heading to his place. Apparently, after hearing Amato's opinion about the strangeness that occurred in Kawaki's body, Shikamaru began to consider the notion that his memories had been manipulated by examining Konoha's old documents. Shikamaru tried to confirm whether Amato's words made sense or not. When Shikamaru managed to confirm the information, Boruto was pursued by Mitsuki. And Shikamaru continued to communicate with Boruto through Ino's abilities secretly. Then it all started with Mitsuki, who immediately attacked Boruto using a different technique than before. He finally issued the Heibi Mikazuchi Jutsu with the addition of Snake Mode Sage Chakra. But because there is a mixture of Mitsuki's Sage Mode Chakra, in addition, with the use of Chakra Sage Mode, the user can have a very large attack range. Normal shinobi probably won't be able to avoid this attack, guys. But Boruto with his Seiden can split Mitsuki's Jutsu by relying on his sword mixed with Shiden. Boruto told Mitsuki that Shiden is a change in chakra form combined with natural chakra changes. Maybe that is common knowledge known by many people. But it's actually more than that. Shiden is not just a change in the shape of chakra combined with natural changes in chakra. Shiden also combines one more element so that it can be a perfect change to the yin element. Uncle Kakashi became a very great shinobi, despite having lost his Sharingan eye in the Fourth Shinobi World War. This is because he managed to create a jutsu that was stronger than the Chidori that had been created before. The jutsu is super fast and coupled with tremendous destructive power. If the user does not have eyes that can see the opponent's fast movements, then when the Chidori user is caught off guard, they can be attacked from blindly. Uncle Kakashi managed to create Shiden to replace the Chidori technique he had been using. Shiden has a destructive power that can even surpass Chidori, and doesn't need to be used only for direct attacks. Shiden can be used for long-range attacks, easily cutting through all the techniques you use using Shiden's power. Mitsuki immediately remembered his past 3 years ago when Boruto escaped from the village. Mitsuki tried to chase him by using the power of his Sage Mode. However, unfortunately, Mitsuki has not perfected the power of his Sage Mode, so he can only use it for a short time. Mitsuki eventually fell far behind Boruto and Sasuke after the power of his Sage Mode was deactivated. From then on, Mitsuki felt hopeless. She said, "How can I kill him?" From then on, Mitsuki decided to leave Konoha Village and return to Orochimaru's headquarters to perfect the power of his Sage Mode. Underwent various special training with Orochimaru and Hakuja Sennin, as well as doing research to maximize his endurance in order to receive the great power of the snake's Sage Mode. After Mitsuki managed to perfect the use of his Sage Mode, Orochimaru provided special training on his sword skills. Orochimaru wanted to pass on his Kusanagi sword to Mitsuki. Previously, Mitsuki had to master sword moves in order to be able to use the Kusanagi sword more perfectly. Several years later, Mitsuki returned to Konoha Village. He was assigned by Shikamaru to keep an eye on Kawaki and Ida. Kawaki was watched not because Shikamaru doubted his identity, but because Shikamaru would return to Konoha Village to target Kawaki's life. Therefore, there must be someone who can be trusted to keep Kawaki safe. Mitsuki continued to follow Kawaki wherever he went. Finally, after waiting long enough, Boruto came to Konoha Village when the cold invaded the village. Those who knew that Boruto was already in Konoha Village did not immediately go to where Boruto was, because Mitsuki was more concerned with the mission to save the residents of Konoha Village first. However, the mission to save the lives of the villagers is more important than his ambition to kill Boruto. Once again, Mitsuki got the chance to kill Boruto with his own hands while he was watching Kawaki. Suddenly, Kawaki said that he felt Boruto's chakra. Mitsuki immediately carried out the plan he had prepared long ago. He knew that Kawaki would want to bet with Boruto to avenge his father's death. However, Mitsuki did not want the same incident to repeat itself, where Boruto managed to kill Kawaki. And to prevent the tragedy from repeating itself, Mitsuki had planned to make Kawaki unconscious when he felt Boruto's chakra presence in Konoha Village. This plan is very mature, with Mitsuki realizing that only Kawaki can feel it. When Boruto comes to Konoha Village, he will be able to eliminate his chakra, just like Kawaki, so that only Kawaki can feel Boruto's chakra. If Boruto senses that Kawaki's chakra is not immediately approaching the location where he is, Boruto will think that Kawaki has not realized his existence, and that means he is still safe. Mitsuki plans to take advantage of this moment to attack Boruto without his knowledge. The scene immediately showed Mitsuki who had finished remembering her past, saying, "With this fighting style, I have a chance to kill you. My parents have given me the right training so that I can kill you. I had guessed that the power of Sage Mode alone would not be enough to defeat you suddenly." Mitsuki pulled out a snake from his hand, and from the snake's mouth came a sword inherited from Orochimaru, the Kusanagi sword. This sword is legendary for taking the life of Hiruzen Sarutobi in Konoha Village when Orochimaru attacked the village. The most dangerous thing about this sword is its ability to move according to its owner's will. The legendary battle begins. Two Kusanagi sword users, Mitsuki with Sage Mode Chakra and Boruto with Purple Lightning Chakra, ran at each other, quickly and clashing with each other. Their swords gave rise to sparks of light and showed the strength of both in Kenjutsu techniques. They began to attack each other with their swords. Mitsuki's sword fighting style is very unique because he not only attacks with his sword but also involves snakes around his body during the attack. Mitsuki tried to attack Boruto when Boruto was off guard. However, Boruto managed to dodge all the sword and snake attacks with his one very skillful sword. Boruto gave a powerful sword swing to Mitsuki, who tried to parry it. Although Mitsuki's defense was initially strong, his Kusanagi sword was knocked away, and Boruto tried to swing his sword again. As it turns out, Boruto only managed to slash Mitsuki's Benshin snake, not his actual body. Then after that, suddenly, from behind Boruto's body, Mitsuki's Kusanagi sword attacked without being stopped by Mitsuki. This is a special ability of Orochimaru's Kusanagi sword which can be moved telepathically by its owner. Mitsuki managed to control the sword to attack Boruto continuously. Kusanagi's sword seemed to direct Boruto to a location that Mitsuki had prepared. Mitsuki quickly entered the ground to catch Boruto's foot, and almost succeeded. Luckily, Boruto used the Hiraishin technique to change places quickly, even though his body was coated with purple lightning chakra. Mitsuki came out from underground by jumping, then realized that Boruto also mastered the Hiraishin technique. This made Mitsuki surprised. He did not expect that Boruto had such abilities. He felt that the Boruto he knew before was very different. And now he has become a shinobi who is able to master all the jutsu of the Kawaki family. Mitsuki realized that he needed to be careful with the Kusanagi sword inherited from Orochimaru. Not only can the sword be telekinetically moved, but it is also capable of cutting everything, except Naruto's Jinchuriki transformation mode. Mitsuki also realized that the hilt of Boruto's weapon might be damaged if it was not coated with purple lightning chakra. Because Boruto could not accept the power of Orochimaru's Kusanagi sword, now Boruto looks more serious. He used Cage Benshin to break the power of Mitsuki's attack. Boruto created 3 Cage Benshin to help him fight, and immediately used them to attack Mitsuki relentlessly. Mitsuki tried to defend by using moves, swords, and snakes around his body. However, Boruto looks very adept at using sword slashes along with his Cage Benshin. He creates a storm around Mitsuki's body. This made Boruto's Cage Benshin fly up and disappear. After the wind jutsu disappeared, Boruto stood in front of Mitsuki while preparing something in his hand. In Boruto's hand, the wind began to gather and swirl in one center. The wind not only surrounded his right hand, but his entire body was also surrounded by wind. Mitsuki realized that this was Rasengan. She was surprised because she could not see it clearly. Mitsuki asked herself, "What kind of Rasengan is this? Why is it not visible at all? Is this Rasengan like the one Kawaki had? But it's been 3 years. I've never seen Kawaki use this Rasengan again. This is strange, even though he ran away with Sarada's father. But why did he learn Rasengan? Who is he?" Mitsuki said. Boruto apologizes and reveals that he came to Konoha Village just to tell Sarada about their teacher. Mitsuki is confused and says that her feelings are overwhelming. He doesn't know why he wants to kill Boruto so badly. Mitsuki says that they have warned him many times not to go too far. But since Boruto has taken the lives of the Hokage and also Kawaki, he feels upset. But at the same time, Boruto denied. "You have misunderstood, Mitsuki. Your memory has been manipulated. I am the son of the original 7th Hokage. I never killed my own father. Besides, I saw it with my own eyes. You hurt Kawaki's eyes at that time, but what you saw was only a wound in my eye. From then on, what you saw was only the wound in my eye. You have clearly seen it since 3 years ago. Then this is already proof that the current position of the kami that has been switched. It continues to influence your memory to not believe my words is Sano's power. It is the power that comes from Ida. 3 years ago, he intended to form Kawaki so that Kawaki would not be killed by the shinobi of Konoha Village. But Ida's wish to protect Kawaki. She provoked Sano's power instead. Ida activated Sano's power. That's what changed my position with Kawaki." But hearing those words actually made Mitsuki very angry. He said, "Stop talking. Whatever you're saying, it all contradicts what I remember. How could my memory be manipulated so easily like that? I will make you regret killing them." Mitsuki immediately shot quickly with his Kusanagi sword. Boruto immediately reflexively threw his Kusanagi sword at Mitsuki. But Mitsuki managed to avoid throwing the Kusanagi sword. Mitsuki immediately grabbed his Kusanagi sword and swung his sword towards Boruto's neck. But what happened? Boruto immediately jumped on Mitsuki's body, and Boruto swung his right hand, which used the Rasengan technique belonging to Uzuhiko, towards Mitsuki's back. Then Mitsuki's body immediately fell to the ground very hard. Apparently what Boruto meant by a little pain was the effect of this attack. The attack given by Boruto is completely similar to Minato's attack on Obito in the past. Finally, we can see this legend scene in Boruto's story. And the person who gets this kind of attack is Boruto's best friend, Mitsuki. It should be very appropriate if Boruto beats Mitsuki with fight choreography like this. because Mitsuki is very similar to Obito. He was blinded by his love for someone. But because Mitsuki was so in love with Boruto, so he could not think clearly. He did not realize that what Boruto said before was the truth. He should have considered what Boruto said earlier and stopped fighting with him. However, after Mitsuki was hit by the Rasengan Uzuhiko attack, her Sage Mode power instantly disappeared. Uzuhiko did not give Mitsuki any serious injuries, but the side effects of this technique were very disturbing. Mitsuki started to experience vertigo, just like Code. She couldn't stand properly and could only sit or lie down. Everything she saw in her eyes seemed to spin around and not stop. Boruto said, "I'm sorry, Mitsuki. I will immediately eliminate the effect of Uzuhiko after my business is done." Boruto immediately spoke to Shikamaru through the power of Shintensen. Boruto said, "I'm sorry for making you wait. I've finished the little business. I've taken care of it." Shikamaru said, "Is it severe?" Boruto said, "No, she just has some semi-permanent dizziness. I can remove the effects after our talk is over." Shikamaru said, "Thank you, God. Then, so, what's your answer? Is the assumption correct?" Boruto said, "What you assumed is correct, Uncle Shikamaru. My position and Kawaki's are currently switched. This situation will happen forever until Ida can rewrite history." Shikamaru asked, "Ida, what has Ida done to make your position switch with Kawaki?" Boruto replied that the power Ida possessed was not actually a lure. The power possessed by Ida is Zeno, which is the power that can rewrite history forever. During this time that Ida could captivate everyone's heart. This is the result of her active Zeno power. When she has the deepest desire that she desperately wants to realize. Shikamaru says this is crazy. So if that's the case, it was Kawaki who killed Naruto. Boruto says Kawaki never killed my father. He sent my father to a dimension where time stands still. So there my father is still alive. He is not hungry and does not age. My father was sent there with my mother. Shikamaru said that Kawaki has been deceiving us all along. Boruto said, "Even if you say that now, if you don't have a strong belief in what I said, in the end you will doubt it because Zeno's power will continue to maintain the memory and make everyone doubt and think that the memories are fake." Suddenly from behind someone threw a black bar at Boruto. And it turned out that the black bar came from Kawaki. Kawaki has realized and chased Boruto's chakra. After the first problem was resolved, a second problem arose. Is it true? Boruto was able to get past this second interference. Wait for the story in the next video. Thank you very much for all of you who have watched this video. All the stories that you have just watched are just predictions. And everything is just a prediction of the owner of this YouTube channel and makes it just an entertainment. But if this becomes a reality, I am very happy. And the purpose of this video is just a prediction. Once again, this is just a prediction while filling the void to wait for the original story made by Kishimoto Sensei. And this is it for the Boruto Blue Vortex story. iits'Nime. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons. See you in the next video. Bye bye.